The moment a man confronts his own emptiness, something ancient awakens inside him. It is not weakness, it is a calling. A pressure deep in the soul, whispering that he was never meant to live as a fraction of himself. This is the beginning of the silent war every man must face. A war not against the world, but against the forces inside him that drain his life, his focus, his spirit. Before a man is rebuilt, he must stand face to face with everything that has been stealing him from himself. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel. Link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. There comes a night, a dark night, when a man realizes that the energy he keeps releasing so easily is not harmless. It is not trivial. It is the fire of creation, the blueprint of his life, the essence that shapes his mind, his vitality, his presence. And in that realization, a crack forms in the illusion he's been living under. Suddenly he sees the truth. The world has trained him to waste the most sacred force he holds. This realization hits with a weight that feels almost spiritual. Because once you understand the cost of your habits, you can no longer pretend ignorance. You can no longer hide behind pleasure. You see that your emptiness wasn't random. It was the result of giving away your power, piece by piece, day after day. And this truth stings not because it is harsh, but because it exposes what you could have been. The journey begins in that sting. Pain, not pleasure, is the ignition spark of transformation. When a man admits he has been drained, distracted, weakened by his own indulgence, he finally becomes capable of rebuilding. This is the dark night of retention, the night when a man faces the collapse of the lower self. From here begins a new path, where destruction is not punishment, but purification. Where release is recognized not as relief, but as sacrifice. Where energy is no longer wasted, but redirected toward purpose. A man must first lose himself to learn how to reclaim himself. Creation demands destruction. It always has. Every empire, every masterpiece, every version of a stronger self begins with the elimination of the weaker one. And this law applies even more profoundly to the realm of sexual energy. Every release destroys a fraction of your vitality to create something else, an extension of you. The energy inside you is not simply biological. It carries minerals, vitality, and the blueprint of human life. Your sexual fluid is the only substance in your body capable of creating another consciousness. That alone should tell you it is sacred. It should tell you why the ancient world guarded it, why sages and warriors preserved it, why the strongest men in history understood its power. This energy does not exist only in the physical world. It extends into subtle dimensions, mental, emotional, energetic. All physical creation begins as a thought. A thought becomes imagination. Imagination becomes emotional energy. Emotional energy becomes physical reality. We live in a mental universe, and therefore nothing exists on a single plane. Your body has an astral counterpart. Your physical actions have energetic consequences. And semen, long recognized in many ancient traditions, is considered the astral fluid of the soul. It nourishes the nerves, strengthens consciousness, and carries the life force that animates your entire being. When you release too frequently, you are not just losing a physical substance, you are draining your mental clarity, your emotional strength, your creativity, your drive, your long-term vitality. You are dissolving the power of creation within you. This is why, after a period of abstaining, men often feel increased vision, sharper minds, heightened presence, and more inner fire. The body instinctively knows this. The ancients knew this. But the modern world wants you to forget it. Because a man filled with life force is dangerous. A man who is centered, focused, and grounded in his power cannot be controlled. He cannot be manipulated with pleasure. He cannot be numbed by distractions. And he cannot be turned against himself. This is why the world encourages indulgence, because indulgence paralyzes potential. When a man constantly floods his brain with dopamine from release, he tricks his mind into believing he has already accomplished something. Dopamine is the reward of achievement. It is meant to be earned through discipline, progress, effort, and victory, not handed out through instant gratification. When you take the highest form of human pleasure and turn it into a daily habit, you numb yourself to the entire world. You no longer appreciate simple moments. You lose interest in real life. You weaken your ambition. The mind grows foggy, the spirit dull, the drive silent. But when you stop, everything sharpens. Reality becomes vivid again. The smallest joys return. Your energy rises. Ideas begin flowing. Your vision returns. Your sense of purpose resurrects itself, like a fire long buried under ashes. Sexual energy is creative energy. If it can build another human being, it can also build you, your discipline, your ambition, your ideas, your dreams. When preserved, It regenerates the body. It strengthens the nervous system. Many ancient cultures associated retained sexual energy with longevity. But science aside, intuition alone tells a man the truth. When he holds this energy, he feels alive. When he wastes it, he feels hollow. The law of correspondence teaches, as above, so below. Masculine and feminine forces exist within every creation. Your willpower and actions are masculine. Your emotions and imagination are feminine. When these forces unite, you give birth not physically, but spiritually to new realities. You create the life you desire. But this requires mastery over the lower mind. The lower mind chases pleasure, validation, and material stimulation. It is animalistic, impulsive, and impatient. It is the part of you that becomes horny, a word tied to the lower instincts symbolized by horns. The higher mind seeks wisdom, love, purpose, and spiritual evolution. It is clear, focused, and aligned with something beyond the physical. When you remain trapped in the lower mind through excessive release, you block the channel connecting you to higher wisdom. But once you conquer lust, the mind opens like a clean vessel. Thoughts flow with purity. Inspiration arrives spontaneously. Creativity intensifies. Many people call this receiving downloads, insights from the deeper self, the higher self, the universal mind. Your inner world dictates your outer world, and upon death, only your inner world follows you. The desires you cling to here bind you in the astral plane until you transcend them. This is why many ancient traditions urge people to release attachment to lower pleasures long before the physical body dies. And sexual attachment is one of the deepest, not because sex is sinful, but because obsession is enslaving. This doesn't mean you must avoid intimacy or never release. It means you must understand the cost, respect the power, and practice mastery rather than submission. Your habits become your destiny. Your urges become your chainsaw, your fuel. Porn, especially, is destructive not only physically, but psychologically. You become a spectator rather than a creator, a passive observer instead of an active man. What you do in private does not stay hidden. It manifests in your confidence, your energy, your presence, your posture, your eyes. Energy always reveals itself. Sex is sacred energy. Exchange brainwaves, synchronize, emotions merge, consciousness intertwines. This is why casual encounters carry weight beyond the physical. You absorb the vibrations, beliefs, traumas, and emotional residue of the people you connect with. This is not metaphorical, it is energetic reality. Your aura, your electromagnetic field, is a projection of your internal consciousness. When you engage intimately, you allow someone's energy into yours. Therefore, caution is not paranoia, it is wisdom. Yet the point of this teaching is not fear, it is empowerment. The moment you stop leaking energy, you become a magnet, stronger presence, stronger aura, deeper eye contact, more authority in your voice. People feel you before you speak. This is why retention has been associated with leadership, spiritual growth, inner mastery, and even charisma. But the true victory is internal. The true transformation happens when a man realizes he is not in a universe. The universe is moving through him. Life does not belong to him. Life expresses itself through him. He is the conductor of energy, not a victim of urges. And when he treats his energy with reverence, his entire being shifts. The dark night of retention is painful. Yes, it strips illusions. It exposes weaknesses. It forces a man to confront himself without distraction. But on the other side of that night is clarity, strength, purpose, presence, power. The lower mind collapses. The higher mind awakens. And a new man is born. Not because he became someone else, but because he finally stopped abandoning himself. You hold the power to create. You hold the power to destroy. And mastery lies in choosing wisely. Every action either builds your future or drains it. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Your energy is not meant to be wasted. It is meant to be transformed. It is the fire of creation, the source of vitality, the gateway to higher consciousness, the root of your potential as a man. Conserve it, respect it, direct it, because the moment you do, life changes not slowly, but dramatically. The man you were begins to fade. The man you were meant to be begins to rise. And that emergence, that rebirth, is the entire purpose of this journey. This is not just retention. This is resurrection. This is the awakening of your true self, a self unshaken, undistracted, unstoppable. A self finally worthy of the life waiting to be created through you.